Lawmakers continue to delay the voter ID lawsuit case in the state of Texas. That has many wondering when it will be resolved. CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada has the very latest.
The Texas legislature is considering legislation that would change the voter ID law to include forms of voter identification like a utility bill that are not currently on the list, leaving many with the question.
When are we going to resolve the question of these voter IDs? I mean, it does bother a bunch of people here. I know that for a fact.
Currently, voters must present one of these 7 forms of government-issued identifications. A bill revising the strict voter ID law was filed late February to address previous court rulings that found it discriminatory against poor, largely minority Texans who may not be able to obtain one of the required identifications.
There's been a tug of war and a bit of wrestling on how best to implement this. And I'll just say I do question the motives behind the effort to nullify a picture ID.
It's a way, unfortunately, for many Republicans to try to get a slight edge in elections.
More than 16,000 Texas voters signed a reasonable impediment form during the general election due to not being able to obtain that proper identification. But some feel that's not enough.
There is an affidavit they can sign. They can say that yes, here it is, sign it. Even those are being challenged and being thrown out. I was a poll watcher. I saw it. I saw them try, and I don't want it to continue.
So if you don't have those IDs now and you'd like to avoid any complications and having to fill out the reasonable impediment, see if you can obtain one of those IDs just to make the process simpler for yourself.
At this time, a final decision has not been reached. It has been postponed until June when the Texas legislature session finishes. In Hidalgo County, Priscilla Estrada, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.
And the next local elections are set for May 6th, while early voting starts on April 24th, and voters must have one of the 7 required IDs.